Welcome to Seven Dads TV. My name is Kenwood, and I am scared of Jonah Hill. He's been training, guys. He's been training a lot, guys. And everyone knows that a true alpha male looks like a very buff Rachel Maddow. I'm scared, guys. He's been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, dude. That's scary. He's training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? He's basically like Rampage Jackson mixed in with Brock Lesnar now. That's Jonah Hill, guys. And I'm fucking scared. Everyone should be scared. If he starts doing stand-up comedy and he moves to Austin, he's going to rise up the food chain very fast, guys. Very fast. Everyone should be scared of buff Jonah Hill, guys. He's intimidating, dude. Let him get you in an awkward position on the ground, dude, and it's game over for you. It's game over, guys. It's game over. God, I would hate to see him on the street in a dark alley, you know. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that, seeing Jonah Hill in a dark alley and actually being afraid? Now that's funny. What else are we talking about, guys? The WNBA is finally getting interesting, guys. I'm going to predict that next year there's going to be a lot more dunks in the WNBA. Maybe we'll even have a dunk competition. Enes Kanter and Royce White. Sorry. Too much coffee. And once I get too much coffee, the black names start to I got to control myself. But they're declaring for the WNBA draft, guys. And this is big news because for me, I was raised on a movie named Joanna Man. You guys remember this movie? It's Joanna Man is a 2002 comedy movie where it's like a wacky movie where this man plays in the WNBA, and it's like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. If that movie was made in 2026, it would be a heartfelt documentary following a person of color trying to make her dreams come true. And yes, I said her. I love it, dude. I love Joanna Man, okay? Loved it. Rasheed Wallace had a cameo. I was a big Sheed fan. Big Sheed. You know what I'm saying? But I loved it, man. And as a 6'5" white basketball player that clearly had no athletic ability and had no, real chance to actually make it in the NBA, like I always wondered, maybe I could make a team. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, guys. I'm not saying I could start in the WNBA. Okay. But as a 6'5" man that quit JV basketball because he popped an Adderall before practice and then he faked an asthma attack to get out of running sprints, I feel like I could get a couple rebounds. Okay. I could be a role player. I could set some picks. I'm not saying I could start. I'm just saying I could contribute to a winning team. A lot of players, they don't know their roles. You know what I'm saying? They don't know their roles, man. you know, you know, what else are we talking about, dude? Tony Romo. I love how Tony Romo might be the first celebrity to get a DUI, and everyone is just like, Tony, you dog. You know what I'm saying? Tony Romo seems like he would be a cool guy to drink with. Tony Romo kind of seems like a bro. Like, he's the type of dude to not tell your wife that you guys did a bunch of coke last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the type of guy to really live by bro code. I really think that Tony Romo would be like a really cool uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tony Romo would be the type of uncle to like sneak you some alcohol and smoke a Super Bowl with you. You know what I'm saying? Let you drive under the influence just a little. Tony Romo seems like a chill guy. It seems like, they need to cut him some slack, cut him some slack. A man can't go get some brews at the golf course anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's disgusting, guys. It's disgusting. What does this country come to when Tony Romo can't go get a couple brews with the bros at the golf course, okay? Before visiting his grandma that, according to all records, is dead. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have any living grandparents, but he can still go visit them at the cemetery. And what would Grandma Romo say? She would say, Tony, you can go get some brews with the bros at the golf course. Fuck that bitch cop, dude. Fuck that bitch cop. And I feel like Tony Romo's one of my favorite quarterbacks. And I really mean that. That's my quarterback, because T.O. is my favorite wide receiver of all time. But so it kind of goes hand in hand. But here's the thing about Tony. What was I going to say? Tony, oh yeah, I just miss the old days, guys. Like, that's why I like Tony Romo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why everyone's giving a pass, because hitting that age where just nostalgia hits you harder. Like, the other day, guys, I went into Subway and a foot long was $14. A foot long from Subway used to be $5. Bring that back because things were better back then. Obviously, keep Jared locked up. Keep Jared locked up. Maybe not everything was better, you know? I'm sure Jared is getting plenty of footlongs in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's a prison butt sex joke. Prison butt sex Jared joke. Danola. But guys, you know what? I'm getting old, guys. You know how I know I'm getting old? I saw like a. You guys remember the Microsoft like pinball game that every computer had back in the day? Every computer had it, and like everyone loved playing that game. But that game is turning 31 years old. Isn't that insane? Microsoft Pinball is turning 31 years old. And every time I see that image of that pinball game, I just hear my parents yelling in the background. I just hear disputes about child support and not taking me to Little League baseball games. And you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, all I'm saying is at least one of you guys could have took me to a Little League baseball game. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'5" now. I could have been something, in a white man sport. Jesus Christ. That's on you guys. That's on you guys. But man, do I miss those pinball games. Man, countless hours of neglect that was spent playing those pinball games, guys. Countless hours. And here's the thing, guys. The whole Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs debate, guys, like it's kind of crazy because at least Bill Gates made Microsoft Pinball and that lasted the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly don't get the hype behind Steve Jobs. Fuck Steve Jobs. If Steve Jobs was such a genius, why didn't he name his son Rim? Think about it, guys. If my last name was Jobs, my son's name would be Rim. That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't wait to welcome the my first son, Big Wood. Because I'm a genius, guys. No, I'm not a genius, guys. Please don't say that. Please don't clip that one. Uh, and I think the Microsoft Pinball game just makes you miss just growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. Like growing up in southeastern Michigan was special. You know what I'm saying? I recently saw a photo of it was Eminem's dad, like looking at a picture of Eminem because obviously Eminem didn't have a good relationship with his dad. His dad walked out, like every dad did in southeastern Michigan, and it's like Eminem's dad looking at like the picture of his son doing well in a magazine. And he's got the Michigan man mullet, dude. The Michigan man mullet, dude. Because from like 1980 to the early 2000s, every white trash dad had the Michigan mullet. It was essential, guys. It was essential. If you see the Michigan mullet, just know that man lives off of Hungry Man dinners. Okay, just know that lives in just absolutely excels off of Hungry Man dinners. Okay, just know that man has a love seat in his living room. Okay, that he likes to take some deep naps on. Okay, guys. Oh my god, what else are we talking about? Dude, Dank DeMoss. Do you guys know this? It's the fat rapper that sued Lyft. You know what I'm saying? She's from Detroit, guys. She is. It's sad to say, man, but she's gonna eat her way to fame, guys. She's really gonna eat her way to fame. Dank DeMoss looks like Jabba the Hutt was from Detroit. Like Dank DeMoss is so fat, she looks like when she says "I can't breathe," the cops actually listen and get off of her. You know, Dank DeMoss is so fat and black. Her thighs are deep fried, her ribs are baby back, and her neck is sautéed under a police officer's kneecap. What else was the other one? Dank DeMoss. It's all about the clip, guys. Dank DeMoss looks like Carl Winslow ate the rest of the cast of Family Members. I fuck that one, and that one's not going in the thing, dude. If I'm gonna do the Dank DeMoss ones, I'm gonna use the fucking Family Members, Family Matters. Fuck it, dude. They can't all be winners. They can't be all be winners. Abdul El Sayed. I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't really been watching too much news. But that's the guy who's running for office in Michigan. And he's kind of controversial in his own ways. But my favorite thing is Abdul talking about how Instagram algorithms just force OnlyFans models on you. And this man clearly does not know how an Instagram algorithm works because, man, you clearly like some OnlyFans models if that's all you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee Abdul's algorithm is just anti-Israel OnlyFans model, anti-Israel OnlyFans model, anti-Israel Billie Eilish OnlyFans model. It's going to be something kind of like that or very similar. You dirty dog, Abdul, you dirty dog. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through his search history and see, OnlyFans and Pornhub and maybe even some Only Goats. A couple baddies. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Oh wait, what are we talking about, guys? Moving on, guys. Kamala Harris, my gal, my girl, Kamala Harris, dude. Kamala Harris, dude, my girl. I forget the statistic, guys. And I just hope she runs again. Let's be honest, guys. We need a strong leader like Kamala. Okay, guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest. And I forget the statistic, but I think because she moved into a new mansion. Kamala Harris moved into like an $8 million mansion, and the neighborhood is less than 2% black. She really is living the American dream. We have a great show for you tonight. The Foo Fighters are here. Yeah, that's my Kamala Harris joke, But hey, if you're gonna move into a mansion you're worth $8 million, it's gonna be in a nice neighborhood, probably. Gonna be in a nice neighborhood. We could talk about how the whole real estate market in the United States is completely based around staying away from. Anyways, I digress, guys. Moving on, guys. Ironic, we were talking about Kamala. Now we're going to be talking about locking people up for weed in Texas. Maybe they're not so different after all. You know what I'm saying? Because Kamala's locked up her fair share, man. But the Texas weed laws are pretty insane. And they have changed a lot since I've moved out here in the past year. And, it's pretty sad. But nothing says freedom like felony possession for a plant that's legal in 24 states. Good job, Texas. Make freedom strong. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, and this is why both sides kind of suck, guys. You know what I'm saying? Because both sides are extreme in their own way, to where it's just stupid shit like that. And you can't really win. Seems like it. In my opinion, it is a human rights violation if you're giving people out felony possessions for stuff where other states are making millions of dollars off this stuff. But what do I know? You know what I'm saying? What do I know? Because this is going to bring me to my final point. Stop taking political news from white guys on podcasts. Okay, guys, please stop. Okay, especially if they're wearing sunglasses, guys. Please stop. I know I'm wearing like a dress shirt and a tie to make me seem smart, but I am wearing basketball shorts and I look like SpongeBob SquarePants right now, okay? I'm rocking the SpongeBob fit right now, guys. So stop taking political advice from white guys on podcasts, okay? Because for the love of God, we are fucking doomed if this is what intellectuals are doing nowadays. God damn. Subscribe. Made a rumble. The clips are doing very well. This episode didn't come out very well, but hey, in 2 weeks, I'll try it over again. And maybe I'll come up with an episode that's so good that I won't have liberal people from Michigan unfollow me, dude. Because comedians should have, room to bomb and room to grow and room to, make bad racist jokes. You know what I'm saying, guys? All fun and games. Hey, give it up for the Foo Fighters.